All right, right now in the five series, we're going to tackle covers. All right, albums that are filled with covers. A subject I've been tackled before, so not much to speak on as an intro. Let's just get straight into it. All right, Frank Sinatra. All right, the great Frank Sinatra with Antonio Carlos Jobim. He covers Jobim classic standards, accompanied by Jobim himself, and he totally nails it. This is probably my favorite album interpreting um, Jobim or any Brazilian classics in the English language. All right, I'll put it like that. I really love this record. It's classy, it's smooth, it's Frank Sinatra, and it's where you want to be. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It could be a great introduction to Brazilian music by way of the English language if you're totally unfamiliar. But it's Frank covering the classics of a legend, a titan in Antonio Carlos Jobim, and he totally puts it down. Now we're giving some love to the private press. A private press record by a cat called Joe Bourne. He's just a guy who I guess put his money together and put out a record of covers, which was a thing in like the 70s. You get a lot of these private press um, singers putting out vinyl. But this has some great tracks on there. He does a great version of Summertime is on here, amongst others. But my favorite track on here is Let's Stay Together. He totally nails Let's Stay Together. It's such a beautiful version. And this whole album is just smooth and filled with great covers and a man flexing his talent, his skill on the mic on a private press record. This is Los Young Beats. This is out of either Venezuela or Colombia. I think Colombia. Anyway, it's these like these young bucks just covering tracks of that day, like mainly tracks by the Rolling Stones, Van Morrison, and Bob Dylan. But they're just energized and snarly, and they have this any any track that they jump on has this psyched out garagey feel to it, this stripped down rudimentary garagey feel to it that just makes it an obsessive listen. All right, this is a great record. I heard this at a record store, and I told them take it off. I want to buy it. This was years ago, and I still rock it to this day. The exciting sounds of Loz Young Beats. Great album filled with covers. This is a funny one. This is by Blowfly, the legendary famous Blowfly. If you don't know about Blowfly, I'm sure that there is a documentary on him. I'm sure it's floating around on YouTube. But it's basically like almost like the origins of rap. And he does covers, but he does like blue material. He basically sings and raps about sex in a kind of like obscene, graphic way. Right? It's definitely a quiet taste, but he has built a following over the years, and I'm sure that he's passed away now, but he's a legend. This is him just covering tunes of that day, and he's funny too. It's like comedic. He does like James Brown covers, Staple Singers covers, and other like famous groups of that day, and he puts his own twist on standards, but he just makes it really graphic and blue and pornographic, I guess. Um, right, Byron Lee and the Dragonaires reggae. I buy Byron Lee records. I see them reasonably priced. I grab them. There's always like something there. And this is Byron Lee. And it's snap. He dips into different things like calypso, soca, reggae, bit of soul. He's one of those guys. He's was kind of an overachiever, but yeah, this has a great cover of Tenement Yard, a great cover of Rat Race is on here. He does a cover of Roof Over My Head, which is a classic record. Was it the Mighty Diamonds or Culture that did that? But anyway, he does a cover of that tune. A great album filled with really dope reggae covers. And yeah, these are albums that I love that are filled with covers. Hi-Fi Recluse is the group. Good Fine Records is the label. Delicious Music by Hi-Fi Recluse is our Spotify playlist. Come on, let's get it.